Hello guys, Carl here from GradedAProductions, bringing you Scarefest season in video games, in which we will play the so-called scariest games in video game history. We are starting off with the F.E.A.R games trilogy, but unfortunately I have only inputted F.E.A.R 1 gameplay, but it basically stays the same across the 3 games. F.E.A.R is an action horror FPS which requires some quick thinking and contains unchallenged shooting slow-mo scenes, which is a well-needed feature even on the lowest of difficulties. Which brings me on to the next point, difficulty. The difficulties in some parts are ridiculous, and occasionally the difficulty curve is so high it has an overhang, causing you to burn through health kits, which it seemed in well-needed areas they were scarce, and in areas little was happening, there were too many med kits. For a game to be called F.E.A.R, I would have hoped I would have crapped my pants during gameplay. How disappointed I was. Although F.E.A.R does have a few scary scenes, they are nothing amazing and maybe last a few seconds for a glance at something considered scary. I was severely disappointed that there was no punishment for using the flashlight. For example, I wanted to be that I turn on the light and Alma would be just standing there at me, staring at me. What I could not understand is why did you need to recharge the torch every 5 seconds? And it's not like it's solar powered, you're in the dark. So the main thing I will be fearing is missing out collectible item, especially that for completing the campaign on normal difficulty and dying only bags you 60 gamer score. Compared to F.E.A.R 3's 185 score, it's quite pathetic. And some of the F.E.A.R's achievements / trophies are very difficult to do and are worth very little, such as collecting every phone call on laptop gives 5 gamer score. Stuff that. I do love F.E.A.R's over-the-top action scenes, but it is let down on the fact that it's mixed genres. The horror is let down by the action, and the action is let down by the horror. What I mean is, if it focused on completely action, it would have been awesome. If it focused completely on horror, I would have shit my pants. As mentioned before, the achievements / trophies are annoying to get and give very little, and even more annoying during the game is the constant picking of weapons when it should be automatic pickup for all. One thing I do love in F.E.A.R is its constant gore, which I think the Call of Duty game should take a hit on. I know World at War did, and so should the others. Some of the scenes I particularly enjoyed was controlling machines. When the giant suits were introduced in F.E.A.R 2 to be ridden, I thought was quite good, but it can get quite repetitive, and even more so in F.E.A.R 3. That's why I liked F.E.A.R 1's limited opportunities, in which in fact there are only 2 I think. Such as this machine gun one here, there's only 2 of them. F.E.A.R has a suitable usage of variable enemies and weapons which suit each purpose effectively, in which the only problem was the overbalancing of ammo, but that was maybe because I was playing on normal difficulty. But I had enough shotgun ammo that I could throw away 90% of it and still have enough to complete the game and build an extremely unsuitable house. Maybe I'm exaggerating here a bit, but it is pretty true. The finale to the game was very disappointing, with weapon priorities reversed and the worst weapons becoming the best, and having yet again more health kits than enemies. So in conclusion, I wish Monolith Productions would make their bloody minds up and produce a shit scary horror or a kick-ass FPS. And although I love F.E.A.R, the game that is, I also love cheese and jam, but I wouldn't put them together. So apart from that factor and other little annoyances, F.E.A.R would have been a pretty good game, but it wasn't. So I give F.E.A.R 1 a 3 out of 10 scariness rating, F.E.A.R 2 3.5 out of 10, and F.E.A.R 3 2 out of 10. Okay, so now I'm going to speak about the upcoming weeks. Firstly, of course, I am making a Scarefest season, but if you guys request any game ideas, or if you need any help, just ask. Secondly, every week I will put up a new video for this horror series, but I need you guys' help and opinions. So whether that is by video response or even text, send it to me, please, at GradedAProductions@gmail.com, or message me on YouTube, as your help is well respected and chances are I will put it on the video. So send it to me at the latest of Wednesday 10 PM GMT 0, which will be the 11th of July. The game is silent till 2. Please comment, rate and subscribe. Thank you for watching.
I don't know how you lived through that. We still don't know the extent of the damage.
We haven't been able to get through to anyone since the explosion. What was that sound?